Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Tampering charges could be involved in trading Bogdanovic. Sacramento Kings Bogdan Bogdanovic to enter restricted free agency, scuttling sign and trade deal with Milwaukee Bucks. Sacramento Kings forward Bogdan Bogdanovic plans to enter restricted free agency on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Sources told ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski the Kings and Milwaukee Bucks had hoped to bring Bogdanovic the framework of a sign and trade deal to negotiate a Bogdanovic contract with Milwaukee on Friday, but he will move into the marketplace to find an offer sheet or seek out other sign and trade scenarios, sources said. The Bucks and Kings had reached an agreement in principle early Tuesday on a sign and trade deal that would have brought Bogdanovic and Justin James to the Bucks, sources said. The Kings would have acquired versatile forward Dante DiVincenzo, DJ Wilson, and Ersan Ilyasova. The Bucks, who on Monday reached an agreement with the New Orleans Pelicans to acquire two-way guard Drew Holiday, were looking to address their need for shooting around reigning back-to-back MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo by bringing in Holiday and Bogdanovic. A versatile offensive wing built for the modern NBA, Bogdanovic, 28, attempted 9 threes per 36 minutes last season for the Kings and shots 37.2% from deep. The number jumps up to 40.7% on catch and shoot three-pointers. The Bucks have promised Antetokounmpo, who will soon be eligible to sign a 5-year Supermax extension, a reshaped roster to try to transform regular season success into a championship push. So, to me, like I said on the Does the Bucks Stop Here video, I'm dropping stuff. Make sure you go see that video. Now, basically, I don't like the trade anyway, so I'm glad that it kind of fell through. You don't get rid of DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo is going to be a solid player. I'm not saying he's going to be a superstar or one of the greatest players of all time, but he didn't do bad last year. To me, Budenholzer didn't play him enough in the playoffs down the stretch. He was playing too much of Bledsoe and too much of Middleton. You could have been rotating DiVincenzo, because when DiVincenzo was in there, he was giving the Heat problems, and he was giving whoever they played the first round problems, Orlando. He was giving them problems because his ability to slash to the hoop. That's a lost art in the NBA, slashing to the hoop or coming off of a back screen, getting to the next level. And DiVincenzo can shoot. Not as good as Bogdan, but he can shoot. So to me, Bogdan is like, look, I'm going out there to get my money. I want to see what I'm offered, because he's a restricted free agent. He want to see what he's offered. So if he gets offered a good amount of money, the Kings have to match it or they lose him for nothing. So basically, what the Kings would have to do in this situation is, once he enters restricted free agency, he's going to get a contract. They basically have to match that contract. You know, if they match that contract, then they would be able to open up negotiations again with the Bucks. But what if he gets offered something in restricted free agency that is too rich for Milwaukee's blood? I mean, not Milwaukee, but Sacramento's blood. Then that'll mess up all the trade talks and all of this. I didn't even like the Drew Holiday trade, because they gave up too much for a Drew Holiday. You don't give up 3 first-round picks for a damn Drew Holiday. And I'm a fan of Drew Holiday, but you don't give up no 3 picks. Drew Holiday's not Anthony Davis. So basically the tampering thing, I'm not even worried about that because everybody tampers. LeBron James has tampered his whole career. Who cares about that? Because the NBA don't care. Now, to me, I think the Bucks should not trade Ilyasova or DaVincio because those are good, solid role players. The problem is this: Giannis has to grow up and go to another level. Okay? I'm sorry to say, dog, you're not going to get a superstar or a star caliber player in Milwaukee. You're just not going to get it. And it's not your fault, it's just the area you're in. Now, will that keep him there? Will he be like, look, it's time for me to go. Y'all don't bring players in. Then he gon' go. But to me, Giannis needs to stay in Milwaukee right now, sign his deal, and keep going. Because before the pandemic, they were beating everybody. they lost a few games, but they were beating guys. We don't know how they would have been if it wasn't for this pandemic. Seriously. But I don't think Giannis ought to get rid of some of these guys. To me, the Bucks, if you're going to trade for somebody who's healthy and consistent. You should have never let Brogdon go. All right, you got to bite that bullet. But to me, I didn't like this trade, and I'm glad it fell through. It didn't go all the way through, but we'll see. Like I said, Friday, Bogdanovic will be entering restricted free agency. And if he gets paid a big deal that Sacramento's not going to sign or even match, then that's over with. Then Bogdan will go somewhere else and the Bucks. But how do you deal with having those guys back like DiVincenzo and Ilyasova? How would they deal with coming back after you tried to trade them? Because remember, this could be a Lakers situation where the trade with Chris Paul didn't go through. They got Powell back and other guys, and those guys weren't happy. They were still pissed off. Lamar Odom, he was done for the season because that broke his psyche that they were going to trade him, and he couldn't believe it. So let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Do you think this has anything to do with tampering charges? Do you think tampering charges is the reason why this trade isn't going through? Plus, Bogdan wants to enter restricted free agency. So is he doing the smart move? And if so, are the Kings going to match whatever offer is given to him so they can still trade him? Let me know in the comment section, man, how you feel. Like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming content. And if you want to donate to the page, you can cash at me at the word welcome, the number 2, HDIITV. Thank you for listening, and we're out. Live boy.